is not grandma living boy. She live like right down the street from Boy Town Center.
That's old.
My mom lived right there down the street from Six Flags, which is New Boogie.
Yeah.
But see, that shit got me going off. That shit up on Barbara too.
Her address is Boogie.
That's what I'm saying. That's
It's weird. Because she residents right across the street too.
And then Copper Heights right up
Right there, yeah. Boogie is really weird.
They just keep on expanding.
I was sticking to the plan. I was thinking rolling your and now I need that skeleton. Bitch go over there.
Nothing's wrong with it, but like,
Guess the hell it is. Boogie stays, Morgan, all that shit.
I feel like Morgan is a it's not a bad school. It's just like you coming from one place. It's like when you coming from a space where everybody can know where it's like
All my friends went to Boogie, DC,
I'm devastated by the way that all you niggas act going too hard. Now my homies can't even contact me. We don't talk doing fantastic.
a lot of people
I'm a warrior, falling to my last breath. So many youngins ain't making, but I don't fear death. Dodging potholes, I keep it on the wheel. Like, stop calling my phone with shit that I can't deal with. Dress it up, guys. You gotta feel that. Fuck free hoes, they don't want love, she want Brazil. I'ma catch a bitch, I'm gonna get rid of her. I'm like, get up on my face, okay? Gotta make one on the way. I don't do no special things, you take straight the same. I got niggas switching down for me, they see me, they just keep it straight. We don't hesitate, you know they gon' never catch. Jelly brand, days go long. Just keep adding on my dog, got a ball.
software racing shoot all around. Eastern Shore is very much
got quit taking time.
And then right after you stop it, you're still like that.
I know, sometimes that you get worried. So I keep one inside the head when I'm happy. Go on to my last breath. So many youngins ain't making, but I don't fear that.
Yeah, we had toured that job. I was like, what the fuck is they guys at right now? Like, and it was just Doc too when we was leaving. I was like, Lord, they about to hang us on this motherfucker.
Who you went with?
See, bro, I went to see from 6th grade to 12th grade, bro.
You said you was where?
I went from 6 to 8.
Right, the funny
I
thing
went
is,
at
bro,
the end. I
when
went
you
at
told
the
me you went to
end.
see, I remember exactly who you was. You used to be short as
Short
shit.
as hell, fit in lockers, yeah.
Bro. You used to be short as shit.
No, that's how people know me as. I literally fit in a locker.
Niggas used to get beat up and all. Not him.
No, I was like, oh, sit down.
That's crazy.
Never.
Hold on.
Niggas tried it. Niggas was on the
The
floor.
Def used to talk a lot of shit though. I do.
I talked my shit and I backed it up. Did I not?
Yeah, it used to be.
I talked my shit and I backed it
You a
up.
little cow.
I know. He in the army now.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Nah, but welcome back to the Real Cozy Podcast. You know, we back at it again with another episode. Cozy Boy here for this was episode
5, season 2.
Cinco?
Season 2, episode 5.
Season 2, episode 5. We got some cozy community in here today. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, my name is August Taylor. I go to Clark, Atlanta, and I'm a senior hailing from the wonderful PG County, Maryland.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? My name's Shy. Y'all know who it is. We back at it again with another video. Y'all know I'm coming from DC. Y'all know how we rocking.
Yeah, we ready to get into it for real. We're gonna start off with an icebreaker. You feel what I'm saying? I think the icebreaker today, and I've been thinking about this all day. What is something that you would tell your younger self? It can be any younger self than where you are right now.
Can we first on here?
Yeah, tell your shit. Yeah, tell your
Be
shit.
unapologetically you. If you like to curse, then curse.
That's funny because I was literally going to say, be unapologetically yourself. I don't know why I'm facing these
Cozy.
two because of their
Real
Go
cozy
be
shit.
unapologetically
Shit, man.
yourself. I used to have this fear of like standing out and being myself because naturally I was weird. Like I had my little quirks and all that. And I feel like once people make you aware of that, you kind of like, I'll do this and that. Man, the way I don't give two shits now, literally, I'm very much, I do my own thing.
Don't give tea.
Not one, but
Literally.
Not one.
Literally. Tea is
I'm very much, I do my own thing. And I think it took college for me to embrace that because that has caused me the gigs and things I've done today just by being myself unapologetically. So, bro, don't care. don't care. Nobody has this figured out. Do you? Do you, bro? Do you?
Shit early.
She in her bag.
What about you, Shy? So you tell your younger self, yo.
Word up, I talk to my younger self. Seize every opportunity. Take advantage of every opportunity that's given to you. Don't take nothing lightly, because in the blink of an eye, it can be all over.
Literally.
Man.
What you gonna tell a younger TJ? Laura TJ from Baltimore. Laura TJ from Baltimore, Donnie. What you gonna tell him?
I'm gonna tell him, don't be afraid to, take that leadership role. Because I felt like I always, when I was younger, I was just trying to be like cool with everybody else rather than like you were saying, like be yourself, being that standout person. Because now I'm just like, I'm being cozy. Like I don't care what nobody else do. I'm doing what I want to do for real. So like I think I would tell my younger self, don't be afraid to be outside of the crowd that everybody else trying to be, and be that difference maker. You know what I'm saying?
Great job.
Yeah.
Sound like we some wise old heads now, huh?
I think I was here before you.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I was here before.
Definitely, for sure. Well, it being March and all, it's Women's History Month. So we're
Shout out
gonna drop y'all with a women's history fact for today. Lauryn Hill actually holds the most Grammys for a female rapper with 8 Grammys. Shout out to Lauryn Hill.
Shout out to Lauryn Hill.
Black power.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Black power.
Shout out to all the women out there, all the phenomenal women, all the strong women, man. We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all for sure. Cozy love.
Go ahead, bro. You can kick it off with the first question of the day.
All right. So this is something that I was thinking about. Well, actually, I'm gonna start off with this. So I don't know. Wallow came to speak yesterday for like Crown Forum or whatever. So he was talking about everybody want to be a Jordan. Everybody want to be like.
Everybody want to be Mike, right? But everybody want to be Mike. But nobody want to be the bus driver to take Mike from the airplane to the arena.
Take Jordan to the game.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I was just thinking, like, how important is it in y'all, not in your individual circles, but like in y'all pods that y'all have, like friends and things like that. Like, how important is your role to be somebody's bus driver to maybe y'all MJ? Because y'all could all be MJs in different parts of life. Like, everybody can be an MJ in a different aspect of y'all life, or y'all growing up. So, like, how important was that for y'all to like be that bus driver, or be a Scottie Pippen, or be a Dennis Rodman?
I mean, I can start off first. It really started off with support. Like, so you could support somebody for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, your homie got a clothing brand, your homie take pics, whatever it may be. I'm pretty sure he gonna post it on Instagram. It don't cost nothing to repost it. You know what I'm saying? Well, it don't cost nothing to be like, oh, my man take pics, let me tap in with him. So for me, it kind of started with support. Like, me and all my homies, we all got our different things. I got homies that do music, homies that do clothing brand, take pictures, whatever. We all in our own different lane, but it's all about support that you have for them, man, and the backing you got for them, for real.
Yeah. Support.
Piggybacking off of what he said with the support, like you said, it costs nothing. I try to be as selfless as I can.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a lot of like my goal, just as an entirety within my human existence.
Right.
Because you being selfless helps so many other people. You know what I'm saying? Which goes back to support. Like, I don't mind if people make it before I do, because what do I have to hate for? That's a blessing.
Especially if you're really my homie, you really
That's
my
what I'm
man.
saying. And I forgot the quote, but basically it's saying if like your friend gets blessed, it's like it's about your time too. Because like your circle's lifting up, you're all elevated. It's my homie getting on. I said, oh, hold on. I need you to get it. You gotta get it.
For sure.
Like, we gotta get it. So I love that. I'm like, continue, guys. Continue to grow.
Nah, for real.
Like, I don't care. As long as they making it, doing great decisions, I will help. Because why not? Like, if you've invested yourself in friendship and all that, why can't you just lean over to that aspect?
I think niggas just hate. Sometimes it's just like that. Niggas be envious. Sometimes jealousy plays a part in that too in their generation, because they see a nigga eating and they be like, well, I'm doing the same shit. Like, I'm not.
But is that really your man though? If he's jealous, like, if is that really your homie? If you're not happy to see your homie eat, your friend eat, whatever the case may be, is that really your homie though?
You'd be surprised. Like, that's how people really are.
But that's crazy though. Like, to me, and now that is true. People really do be like that, but. Like, that's crazy. Like, how you call that your friend or your homie and you're not happy to see them win? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like, I don't know. This generation
just weird because it's just like there's what's the song? They smile in your face, hold tight, I wanna take your place. Backstabbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of backstabbers out here, but and sometimes you really can't tell because like even when they in that space or whatever, they try to play their role and play their spots, and then when it's time to press, they gon' clap that.
Well, they be having ulterior motives though. Like,
it's never.
I'm gonna support you because I see you on a come up or whatever the case may be, and that's not genuine at the end of the day. And they go back to what you were saying earlier, kind of like karma in a way, like. You know what I'm saying? You have to see your homie when you really putting out that good energy and positive vibes to him. You put that out in the universe or her, whatever it may be. You put that out in the universe, it's bound to come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Tenfold, because you supporting, you being thorough, you putting that positive energy out there. And if your homie not giving that back to you, that ain't your homie for real either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all full circle, like for real.
Y'all believe in karma?
Oh yeah. I don't play with that.
I don't play with karma.
I like karma, universal law, whatever you believe. Well, no, universal law. I would like to differentiate from people.
Can you explain universal law for the people that don't know what that is?
Okay, universal law, in my opinion, to me, don't be like, oh, she got it. Nah, you can. This is my definition at least. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I break down universal law to people who don't believe anything. I'm very like spiritual and religious in certain aspects. But not everybody is religious or ties to what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be respectful. But everybody, universal law is just a common ground within everybody, within whatever you believe in. Everybody can understand type shit. So like universal law, like whatever you're putting out will come back. The boomerang effect is very real. Within science, within life, within every aspect, that boomerang effect, what you put back out will come back. So I'm very big on that. And that's why when it comes to homies, I pray for discernment. I'm very big. I pray for discernment. I'm like, please show me a sign if this person is supposed to be. And if I'm the type of person I see in my dream, it's bound to happen. So if I see, I be hurt, but I'm like, I prayed for it. You can't be mad at the answer that you prayed for, so I gotta take it to the chin.
Sometimes be mad at the answer that you prayed for. You gotta be ready for what you pray.
That's what I'm saying. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you pray for, because you gonna see it. So be ready.
And when you see it, don't act like you don't see it. But don't act like, oh no, that ain't for me. That
it's gonna be worse. It's gonna come at you worse.
Because then he gonna tell you, oh, for real, you don't believe me?
You don't
Watch
see it?
this. He gonna put right in your face.
Put it right in your face.
You ain't gonna have no choice but to believe it, then.
All right, golly. I guess you did me like that. Golly.
Lord, mercy.
Yeah.
Yo. That is crazy.
That's crazy though.
I think I've done that before though.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's good to that though.
I've asked God for something, and then I think that's it, but it's like, is this really God though? Because sometimes it can be like, this may be a test of like.
But that come down to I'll be watching this dude, Pastor Michael Todd or whatever.
Okay.
So he was telling us, it's like it's 8 ways that God taught to you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't going.
Yeah, we ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's like one of the ways, but in order to understand those, you gotta have that certain relationship and that certain bond to be able to understand what's being put in front of you. Because you can ask God for something all day, but if you don't understand how to articulate it or understand what's being put in front of you, then it's like, what you really asking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ask for something you don't really understand for real. So.
And faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
I'm very big on that. Faith without works is dead, bro.
For sure.
So you can all day just stand third. You're not putting no work in for it. Like, what do you expect?
And that's outside of religion. I feel like that's like saying, I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna get a job. But you don't apply to no jobs.
You're not no applications.
You're not putting no applications. You're not going to no career fairs. You're not going to no career centers. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing nothing, but you swapping down. You're gonna get a job.
You just asking God.
Man.
To make it happen. Make it happen, God.
Make it happen. Mr. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
I'ma grab the wheel.
Just grab the wheel is crazy.
Grab the wheel.
Nah, he gonna grab the wheel for my finals. Tell you that. I'm gonna grab the wheel right quick.
No, he gonna have to grab that joint. Autopilot.
So while we on that topic, do you think our life is planned out for us, or do you think it's we choose our own life?
I love this question. She loves it. Hey, Hey, hold on.
Go ahead.
I think honestly speaking, this is gonna sound crazy. I'm probably unproblematic opinion. No, problematic opinion. I think we choose our own destiny in life. And I feel like if the Father or the universe, whatever, has to intervene, that's because you really are doing way too much. Because like free will,
I never thought of
we have way more free will than we think. Like this past year, I've really settled myself with that and understanding accountability. It's not just, oh, because of that action. It starts way before at the thought. You didn't knock out that thought in your head, so you acted on it. You acted on it, continued, and now you're in this predicament. Honestly, when that was addressed, you had that thought, you could have been like, I don't have to, kept going. No, you fed into temptation. You fed into whatever you thought, and now you're like in too deep, and you just gotta suffer. Like when shit hits the fan for me, I'm not mad at anybody but myself because I put myself in that predicament, and because of my free will, I wanted to do that. Because I just could have said nah and let it be. I ain't had a self-control or discipline. So I'm very big on discipline. Self-discipline will take you places and lead you out of situations you shouldn't be in or will be in the future. You know what I'm saying? So you got discipline, you good. That's what I'm saying. Because it comes to free will. You have discipline to say no instead of just being like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, I feel like our life is kind of like it's kind of like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Y'all ever seen like them interactive shows on Netflix where like you could choose two different options? Like
Black Mirror? Same shit?
I don't know. I ain't never seen
Black Mirror had an interactive episode. People was like,
yeah, I heard that.
Oh, I guess so. Something like that. Yeah. Then you get to pick the path. I feel like I like kind of like that. Like it's stuff that's already kind of set out for us or whatever, but it's like it's different paths we can take along the journey. Like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of makes sense. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it because I feel like we kind of touched on this on a couple episodes earlier. Like we could be from the same city, go to the same schools, live in the same neighborhood, whatever. But the things you encounter, you let it, deter your path, and now you out here selling drugs and whatever you're doing. But somebody else could be doing the same thing and take those same pressures and all that stuff that they experience in their neighborhood and go off to college and get a good job, whatever the case may be. So I feel like it's kind of like a situation where you kind of pick your path, but it's kind of already, your destiny kind of already set in a way. Yeah.
I think our past, our life, I don't think it's planned for us. I think it happens like over time, because it's not like, all right, TJ was born, he's gonna do this, and this, and that's the end. It's like that game that we play, bro. The on the phone. What's the game? Life. It's not like Bit Life. It's not like we can. It's not like we can just choose, click the year. Oh, I want this. I think it's just all dependent upon experiences that we go through that kind of plan out. Cause if we think about it in that way, so you're making these decisions of, let's say, my mind is different places right now. My mind's different places. So from certain age ranges, from this age to this age, your parent is obviously going to make sure that you are staying in the right path. Then when you get to this age and this age, it's kind of like, okay, you kind of got that leeway of making your own decision, but your parent is still right there to kind of, you think you should do that? Don't do that. Then you get to the age like where we at right now.
Free will.
You found free will. Your parents not helping you. You gotta make the best decision upon what you feel is good for your life. So I feel like our lives are planned out like that. It's kind of like that. Based on our years of life and how our parents have raised us to be, what they taught us, how to move, how to operate, and then what we also learn on our own experiences, what we learned in the hood or what we learned at school and things like that.
Yeah. So what do y'all think destiny and having a calling, where do y'all think, or having a purpose for being on, being here, where do y'all think that stems from? Or how do you think that plays a part in, y'all whole ideological thoughts on?
You want to go first?
Nah, you can leave.
So I was talking to a friend the other day, and we was just talking about, I feel like it's really hard for me to run into guys who understand spirituality and not just the surface level. Not saying all niggas are saying, nah, niggas be spiritual, some niggas be spiritual. But the conversation we had, I said, I always thought you was a bitch. Like, he's on my homegirls.
Whoa.
She said I was a bitch.
I feel like by just like nature, women are naturally more in tune with our intuition. So I feel like we have a greater hand on spirituality. And I feel like once you kind of like shake those monkeys off your back of society and other things, and you start to tap in. It sounds like so hotep, and I low key hate it, but it's like it makes sense. Like once you just like shake all the other BS off of the worldly shit, then it's like damn, like I can start seeing like my dreams, praying for discernment and understanding what it means. I can see signs within things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like men don't have that luxury nor really taught to it. And I think being in college, like y'all don't really get tapped into like a older age type shit. So to find that, I always say that to say just to find that like, okay, you already did the work type shit to be that way is pretty cool. But he was saying like as far as like your purpose, we was talking about just sitting and shit, and like it's like, are we like really being hard on ourselves, or we're just like giving like shit to ourselves because it's like, oh, look at what we're in, or it's like, nah, you can be this one. So he was saying, he showed me a quote, and it was like, to live in sin is to live without your purpose. Hence, we all sin because we don't know our fucking purpose. We don't know our actual calling. I said, damn, you got me. Niggas got me. So I said, that just seemed like some real shit. So my goal is to find my purpose so I can do whatever I need to do as far as my life plan, because that will impact others. And, you know, all it takes is one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we look at the grace that we know now, it took one fucking person. That's what I'm saying. When you live in your purpose, you will be that impactful in your life and to others. And that's what I'm trying to find my purpose, to living it fully.
Yeah, I feel I'm kind of having that same battle. Like, I feel like I know what my purpose is, but it's just I be needing like some reassurance to know like, all right, this is what it is. Like, but I feel like that coming like just like not ignoring your passions, like, cause the passions put in your head for a reason. Like they ain't just come from nowhere. Right. So just taking heed of your passions and not just putting your passions, what you're passionate about, to the side, and not really. I'm not gonna say don't care what other people say, but like at the end of the day, it's your life. So don't, like, I'm not saying don't take advice from others, but take it just a little slightly. You know what I'm saying? Don't just shut it out, but understand it a little bit. But understand at the end of the day, this is your life. You still here. I live. So just take heed of those passions and just really capitalize on it for real.
I think as far as like legacy, I think it does go back to what you were saying about your passions, because for me, it was like coming to school. At first, I was a music major, so like I just want to be a musician. Like I just want to play keys, make this music, and like that's what I love to do. But then it was like learning music here kind of took the love that I had for music out, because I had to do it. I was doing it for a grade. Like before, I was never doing it for a grade. I was doing it because I loved it, not because, dang, if I don't do this, then I'm gonna fail this class, and that kind of hindered me from like really pursuing that. So then COVID hit, and people are like passing away, and I'm just like, bro, what am I like? It's like, it was really like getting to me, because like, what am I really doing to like affect change on like my community and things like that? So then I thought, well, let me try going to psychology. So I changed my major to psychology. Didn't want to do that, bro. It was too much. It was like too much work, too much like case study and things like that. It was like the passion in that. It was because like obviously I care about mental health, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be graded on what I care about type. But when I got to communications, it's like, okay, I like to talk to people. I like to hear what other people's perspectives are, where they're coming from, like how they're thinking, how they wired, how they seeing the world. Because you can't look at the world only from your eyes. Like you gotta look at it from other people's perspectives. And communication is helping me to see that. And I can see the change in me looking at like going into different spaces and just taking a step back and being like, ugh. And then now I can come in, put my 2 cents in or whatever. So like, as far as like legacy goes, it's all about what you feel you can change the world with. And I feel like for me, I can change the world with my speech and like giving people the space, like creating this Real Cozy podcast is creating this space for people to speak their truth, speak their mind, speak what conversation that they can't really have with people because like how you were saying, like some things is not like just tap like that. And so just creating that space, I feel like is my legacy. And then just like you said, your passion's doing things that you love, like that's all, like it's all what people are going to remember you by. Like I was thinking about this, like everybody want to be rich, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to have money, fancy cars, big, like everybody want that. But like, what are people going to remember about you? What are they going to remember when they be like, yeah, bro, Shy got a lot of money, but like, bro, what did he do?
Yeah.
I got a question for you, since you mentioned about passions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody put this bug in my ear, and I low-key been thinking about this. It's been like burning a hole in my brain.
Sounds very pressing.
It was saying like, do we fall out of love with things because we realize the discipline that it takes and we just don't have it? I felt that way about volleyball. Like I wasn't no like, oh, super D1. I was alright though, you know what I'm saying? But like and same with softball. I played softball 5 years, volleyball for 3. So it's like at this point I'm looking at school, no shade. I could have done it. I could have done that. Just saying. But I know something that like, you know, made me not want to do it was because the coach. I had a horrible coach. I just had to like fight for my life. And I felt like they took the love out of it. But as I'm growing,
political ass coaches.
As I'm growing, I'm like, if we want to master something we love, we do have to put the work in the discipline. It's going to be times where what you liked is not fun because you have to do the technicalities of it. And I feel like with this generation, we're used to just saying kind of like, fuck it. We don't like a job, we're going to say, fuck that job, I'm quitting today. Mental health, which is valid. However, it's now become a culture of, I don't have to do this. It's subjective. Now it's more subjective. Oh, this is affecting my mental health. Girl, you knew you were supposed to study. You knew you were supposed to study for like 3 months. And now you fail to also, because of my mental health. Like, no, that's a real thing, but at what point are you going to take accountability? So that's what I'm saying. Like, ever since like somebody kind of put that question in my head, I said, damn, like, should I go back to doing what I thought I liked? Is it just because the discipline in it drained it out? Or is it just I wasn't ready for it? So I'm kind of like trying to figure that out with certain things. I'm like, oh man, because if you really want to pursue something, you have to do like the mastery part of it, put in those hours. How do you think the greatest became the greatest? At certain points, I know Michael Jordan hated basketball.
How you think the greatest became the greatest?
Like you think of Kobe putting all them shots in? You think he wanted to do that shit? Nigga ain't have a life. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have a life. He meant so many things, but he did it to get to where he is. So that sacrifice. You gotta do that shit sometimes.
You gotta do that. When you
gotta do that shit. That's what I'm saying. You gotta sacrifice sometimes if you really love it.
I mean, if you're not sacrificing for it, do you really love it though?
That's what I'm saying. It's
if
not
you're not willing to sacrifice for it, do you really love it?
But the thing, I was not willing to sacrifice for it, but it's just like, yo, it was just taking so much love, like, it was just taking so much love out of the music that I had when I got there, bro. Cause it was just like, and I guess you do have a point, and I'm gonna take that. It would probably was getting like a little, cause when I came and I was learning, I really wanted to learn more so about jazz and like all of that.
Oh, jazz is so lovely. Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? But now it was more so I was learning about classical. Like I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Talk to me nice, bro. Oh, I like your second question. Ask your second question.
The second one. We gonna go 2 more questions. Just
you might as well ask it right now. I'll be on this tight time.
Can black people be racist?
Oh my gosh, no.
We can't be racist.
No, we cannot.
We can only be prejudiced.
Literally.
Look up the definition of
racism is a system. We have no power in the system. Okay, we can say some ignorant shit. Racism
is like
it's when you have the power.
Action.
Yeah. We don't have the power, bro. We don't have the power. Sorry, we're at the bottom of the totem pole. We can just be ignorant and prejudiced, which is ignorant and prejudiced, same shit. You be told synonyms.
Yeah.
Get it together. Get it together. Can't be racist.
You don't got that power, bro.
Niggas can't be racist. What hurt your feelings? White tears.
Sorry, buddy.
Literally. White tears for me can end everything for me. That can get me killed. You're like,
White tears for me could get me killed.
No, that's a real thing. That can get me killed.
What's white tears? What's white tears?
That's how you do something to a white person, right?
Yeah. Or what I call, y'all gonna hate me for this. I think feminism is a cry for a white woman. That's why I tell people,
you're a womanist?
Be a womanist, not a feminist.
I heard about that. Yeah, womanist. I heard about that.
Yeah,
no feminist, a womanist.
We're womanist. Be womanist, babes.
Explain the difference between, for those on the cozy community who may not know, explain the difference between a feminist and a womanist.
So we think of the background of the feminism movement, how it started. Susan B. Anthony, screw her. I almost did the finger. Screw her. From, if I quote, paraphrasing, she said she would rather like something along the lines, like she'd rather like cut off her arms or something than to hold hands with a black woman. Like it was bad. So that's why when these sisters say like, oh, I'm a feminist. You're not, babe. We're a womanist.
You're not, babe.
You're not, babe. A womanist, we want equal rights for all, regardless of all things. And then too, being a feminist, there's so many intersectionalities and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's very limiting. So womanists, we here for all, we here for the people. Power to it. White women, when they cry about something, it can change. That means it's going to change for me as a nigga. Because remember them, I was just a nigga. I'm a nigga. Like that's not even a person. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't even
a woman.
Wasn't considered a human.
That's what I'm saying. I was a nigga.
Yeah.
So of course they have to think about me.
Crazy, like they didn't even see us as human beings. See us as property, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was property. This girl talking about some. I want to fight this and that third. Girl, I'm getting whipped. I'm carrying 80 pounds of cotton on my back.
Bro,
you talking about some.
I was in my African American family's club. You talking about like soul food or whatever. But you said you carrying that cotton on your back. They said that we was out in that cotton field. We was burning like 3,000 calories, bro.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, that's why we had to eat stuff like that. The high calorie stuff and the high, And because it was the scraps, that's all we had as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like, if you look at like soul food and like, the plates be big and there be a lot of calories and a lot of stuff. Cause like, think about the work we had to do. Like you said, think about the work we had to do with slaves, bro. Like, you literally in the field from sun up to sundown, bro.
Literally,
like,
bro.
You gotta make sure. Even then, they was still a little malnourished. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So
they ain't had cooked butter greens with that turkey neck. They ain't had that. That's where the chitlins was coming in. It was in.
Y'all can have them chitlins. Y'all can have all the pork. You know.
No, hold on.
Hey, yeah.
I'm good on the pork.
Kosher, we kosher here.
Yeah.
The pork is slowly walking out my life.
Here you go for slow. You say that every episode, bro. Every episode.
He tied to the pork? He tied to the pork.
Tied to the swine.
Oh my gosh, that swine.
Yo, speaking of that, shout out to all my people that's, participating in Ramadan.
Yes.
I respect y'all, man.
What is it, Ramadan Kareem? That's what you're saying? That's the term on their beginning? I wasn't referring to. He said like Ramadan Kareem.
I don't know.
That's the day before. Ramadan Mubarak is before, and then the day of is Ramadan Kareem. My friend has me like fasting. We like fasting with her. We picking 2 days where we fasting with her.
Okay.
So y'all don't eat or drink anything from sundown to sundown with her?
Yeah.
That's tough.
But because of my religion is very similar, I did the same thing, so it wasn't.
Because you practice like Christianity is like Lent. It's called Lent, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm an Israelite.
Oh, okay.
So like for our what's it called? Our Pesach, like will be close to equivalent to kind of Easter.
Okay.
We take bread as out of our diets, but I know in the fall, like some of our holidays, we can't eat all day or drink water.
Okay.
We're supposed to be like doing stuff still, so. It wasn't too big of a deal. I said, I'll do it with you.
Yeah, I remember, I think this was last Ramadan, Kyrie Irving, he's a basketball player. I know Kyrie. And he had to play some of his games, like first half of the game, she couldn't drink no water, no Gatorade or nothing like that. And then during halftime, he had to eat a little snack or something. But the fact that he could still perform at a high level like that, but like, regardless of who it is, bro, you're not eating or drinking nothing throughout the whole day.
It's tough to
I know, it's tough, man.
But think about how you've been conditioned though.
Yeah.
If you
go back to that discipline you was talking
that's what I'm
about.
saying. Like if you always been brought up in like a Christian household with like food.
Yeah.
So of course like, but a lot of religions across like the, other hemisphere, they be fasting a lot. They be fasting like nothing. They fast if they want to get some clarity. Like they don't even fast necessarily for, you know what I'm saying? We're just
like fasting for like
food.
social media. That's why I'm trying to do like things like every month, like just do something consistently every month. So April, I think I'm just gonna be hitting the gym like every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm really trying. That's what I'm trying to get into, bro. Hopping in the gym, bro. Even if it's just the hoop. Couple days
get
a
that
week.
cardio, bro.
It's something, you know what I'm saying? It's better than nothing for real. So
That's what's up.
definitely want to hop into that. Y'all might have a little hoop session. Let me know, man.
Man, Cozy
Cozy
community. Man, 2-on-2, who won?
Yeah.
Now we hit the weights. Screw the hoops. Hit the weights. That's the progress I want to see. Let's hit the weights.
Weights not really. It depends on what you're trying to achieve, though. What you trying to achieve? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to be healthy.
Yeah, I really just want to get back in shape.
Niggas be want to be all. I'm just trying to be healthy.
Man,
I need you to be a Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
Captain America's crazy. She gonna come that joint like this.
Nah, not even that. Hence the BBL part. But like, you know what I'm saying? Don't think you can try to big dog me.
Don't think you try to big dog in there, cause a nigga a little dog in
When
there.
you a real big dog, you don't gotta try and big dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But no, man, we coming to the end of the podcast. It's been such a great conversation, man. Definitely some things that, I had to
Really sit back and reflect.
I had to really reflect, because she did. August was talking her shit today, man.
She definitely was talking
her shit. But I think I'm gonna ask this last question for real. And I usually ask this at the beginning, but if it's one conversation you would have with one person dead or alive, who would it be? One person alive. Oh, anybody. Cool.
Somebody else go for me.
I don't want to say the same answer I said last time you asked me.
I think it goes back to when we had DJ Monte on here.
Yeah.
It's I got different people for different things, so I think, and this may be biased or whatever, but I honestly would want to either talk to Martin Luther King or Malcolm X to like really see what was going through their minds like during that time, because it's like, boy, you got like you trying to do this great thing for this whole group of people, but then you also got niggas trying to knock your head off.
Yeah.
Every day.
Blowing your crib
literally,
up,
bro.
shooting at you, getting
Lighting that
stabbed.
like, what was going through your head, MLK?
Yeah, like he had a lady. I remember I was reading one thing in school. He was signing autographs or something. The lady came up to him, stabbed him in the chest or something. And then doctors was like, if he would have sneezed like a minute or two before he got stabbed, he would have died. Like,
Yo, what?
That's crazy. Into like, yeah, that's crazy.
So I think I would like that conversation would be crazy.
I think for me it'd be Gandhi. I don't want to talk to Gandhi. And the reason I say Gandhi is because, was she laughing?
I don't know why.
That's so
I
funny.
said Gandhi.
Gandhi.
No.
That's not a good jump.
Gandhi was very racist.
I did hear that.
But the thing is, that's like, okay, Gandhi was racist, okay, but nobody perfect.
But okay,
Nobody
you racist
perfect.
and you flocking around the women who we flocked around, because they don't talk about the groupies.
Listen,
there was groupies back in the day for these.
I'm not even talking about that. I just want to talk about that.
Why you flocking around women that's 12 having to sleep with you?
Look,
Talking about some they part of the movie.
That's a whole
I ain't never even heard of that before. All I'm talking about is the fact
For the
that
wisdom.
Yeah, the wisdom, bro, and the fact that he could be so calm in the middle of
actions.
bro. I ain't never even heard about no 12-year-olds staying at the Lord, you know what I'm saying, or none of that. I ain't never even, I ain't never.
That was not for the.
Man, bro already said MLK, Malcolm X, what y'all want me to say? Like, you know what I'm saying? But not for real though.
He said no person. He said no. What you want a brother to do? What you want a brother to do?
But not for real. Like, I say that for like on a sense of clarity and the fact that he was able to like when everything was going to shits, like he was able to just be calm and like really like the man fasted and all that. You know what I'm saying? We talk about fasting and all that. Like I just want to know like what was going on through his mind when he was taking them walks and them journeys and not eating and all that. And how he's able to really, you know what I'm saying, stay within his mindset and still what he really wanted.
Yeah,
like for real. Like I guess that's
maybe you gotta take them walks and don't eat, bro.
Shit.
Hold on. What is bitch doing from a nigga? Like, hold on.
Who you talk to on this? Maybe somebody good. You trying to fuck my
Real shit. You just fucked my whole lawyer, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Shout out to Gandhi.
Now she trolling.
Shout out to Gandhi.
Crazy.
I'm trying to think who is like, you know what? I'm gonna say Marcus Garvey.
That's respectful.
Wow.
I'm gonna say,
Like the African movement.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
Haitians
respectful.
And I feel like because of what he did, it's part of the reason why Haiti suffers the way it does. Because look at the treatment from Dominican Republic to just Haiti. Like the issues.
The same island.
Literally, like it goes back. I remember. Quote me if I'm wrong, y'all. Do y'all research? I'm gonna just give a little gist.
Always do your research.
Always do your research.
Always do
Please,
your
baby. I'm
research.
not a professor. I don't got a PhD. I'm just a college student.
Always do your research. It was a good reading.
So if I'm correct, there was something that happened a couple of years ago, maybe like 2 or 3. But essentially with Haiti and Dominican Republic, it's still going on now because they list like a not necessarily travel ban, but it's like a warning. Like if you're black and you go to Dominican Republic, depending on what part you go to, if they kick your ass out and get with you, the U.S. they can't do anything. Because, like I said, a lot of Haitians over there in Dominican Republic, they're beefing really bad. And you've had Haitians who've been there for like back 8 generations, but because they're Haitian and also too presenting more like black features and being black, they not rocking, they killing their ass, they robbing them, like they kicking them off the island, they forcing them back to Haiti. That's why the U.S. said if shit happens, like that's what I was going back to what I was saying. Like I feel like because Marcus Garvey did what he did, as far as like Pan-Africanism and really like freeing the people, saying like fuck this, while they're still paying like the tax they do. Like why the fuck these niggas paying taxes to France? Why they paying taxes to France, bro? That don't make no sense. Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they are continuing to get the end of the stick because of that courageousness, because of what they did. I respect him for that because you know that takes balls. Like on some real shit. Like that's why I think about all these. We want to start some shit. We do not have it. We have been spoiled. These niggas stood for something. We ain't standing for shit. We ain't standing for shit for real. We not sacrificing nothing for real. These niggas was like, y'all can kill me for the sake of the movement. I'm not gonna lie. I see a little someone, I'm like, hold on. I'm gonna die? Like, what do you mean? I gotta get stronger. But they was really about that shit and I respect him.
Yeah.
Burn all that shit.
Nah. Shout out to the niggas that stood for shit.
Stood for shit for real.
They say you stand for nothing, you gonna fall for everything.
Everything.
That might be the title of this episode.
Stand for something or you fall for everything.
No,
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
good.
I love when things do that. Like they
Yeah,
incorporate it.
yeah, for
My
sure.
favorite.
Nah, we appreciate you coming on to the platform.
Yeah, for
Showing
real.
your perspective and everything. You want to shout anything out before we get out of here?
Any businesses,
Any
anything you involved in.
businesses?
You want to shout your mom out, shout the gang out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jesus, God, you know what I'm saying? Anything.
Let me think. Shout out to Planned Parenthood Generation X. We do more than just abortion rights and all that. No, teaching women about their bodies. You know, I feel like there's a lot we're not taught as women, and because a lot of us are coming from southern places, I've noticed. So, you know, Bible Belt type shit. They're not going to talk about certain things. You'd be surprised the amount of women that don't know certain things or precautions to take about health because sex is such a taboo. So regardless of how you feel about it, people should know about their bodies and their health. So shout out to them. Do your research. I say that because we in the Women's Month. So come on, ladies. Make sure you know your rights, your body, and know that mind.
She just gave y'all 3 things, right?
I'm saying,
For real. Shout out to the Cozy community, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know what
Share with your mama, your sister, your
Everybody,
mom's brother, your
friends.
spelling sister, your clock sister. Share it to the clucker on the corner, man. Ask for $1, man.
So
Share it to
DMV.
everybody.
Clucker's so DMV, bro. You're so DMV. You said clucker. I ain't heard that in a minute.
No,
Man. Telling you, man.
for sure.
We gonna go for sure.
We're gonna be back next week. We got something special coming, Cozy Community. I'm just.
Oh yeah, make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Make sure y'all stay locked in,
tuned,
man.
for
We got some
sure.
big things coming up with the Cozy
Big
Podcast, so make sure y'all tap in with us.
Make sure y'all tap in. It's just like that.